Good evening, everybody. Wendell Mosley, Bigfoot 911. Well, you're going to be having Jeff on here as soon as he gets himself together. Uh, I'm messing with him with my background here. Hello, everybody. Chad, Richard, Larry, Hillary. Let's see, Gary, Sharon. Good to see all y'all. My dog's going to go crazy right now. So let me do something right quick. Uh, let's see. All right, I got that changed. Hey, Roger Breyer, dog. Uh, I don't know. Miss Stacy is down and camping at our usual place down here close to Silicaga. She's by herself tonight. Uh, I probably should ride down there and keep her company, but I don't think I will. Not yet, anyway. Maybe. Who knows? I ain't made up my mind. Nothing. And uh, hey, Ashes. Somebody. Well, let me see here. See if I can get him to hurry up a little bit. Stacy. Hey, we're live, bud.
Give me about 5 minutes.
Well, I'm already live, so okay. All right. Bye. All right. Yeah, Stacy's camping down here. You know where we're at, Gary. I'm not going to say it on here tonight unless something else comes up. And I just got through with Jeff on the phone. He said give him another 5 minutes. I hope he don't fall asleep before he comes on. You know how he is. He'd be talking and go to sleep. There you are, dog. You know, a lot of us folks out here doing all this stuff, trying to get the information out there. You think that we might save the world if people start listening to us? And if they do, is that a good thing? Actually, he may have to totally miss the show tonight because his girlfriend's daddy has had a stroke or something like that. So y'all be praying for that, and hope everything works out good for him. Uh, World peace, which peace? Actually, Stacy says she has gotten a shell given to her I don't know whether it was a pecan or a walnut or a seashell or what kind it was. She didn't say. Hey, Patrick, Deb, I, I've been sitting around here watching YouTube all day waiting to get this show going, and now Mr. Jeff, he's running late. Uh, yes, she is, Gary. Yes, she is. She said there wasn't nobody down there but her. Some guy drove in, turned around, and left a while ago. Yeah, I think he is. Well, that's a good idea too. I could do that, Art. Just talk to y'all while we're going doing all this. Hillary, if you want to come on, we'll gang up on Jeff when he gets here. The link is in the chat. Hey, brother Billy, good to see you, bud. Our guest host is running late, so well, you can do it from your phone, Hillary. You don't have to get on a computer. I do several of my stuff with a. Yes, I do, Gary. I know exactly why. And like I said, she's already gotten a shell give to her, and she's left some of her gemstones that she makes jewelry with out there for a present to thank them. Well, happy birthday to your grandson, Hillary. Hello. I would ask Billy to come on, but I know he won't. He's scared. She's in Alabama, close to Silicaga, where we do our regular campouts with Mark and woodwalkers. If he takes after Hillary, he's going to be in trouble before long. Hey Sharon, why don't you come on here? I had never had nobody from over there in your part of the world. Is he going to go with you, Hillary, or is he going with somebody else? Come on, Jeff. Wake up. Get on here with us before we get this thing started. I'm trying to get in touch with Jeff now, y'all. Give him, give me a minute. He's making it hard on me. Yeah, I know. This is um, okay. Oh, hey, Pops. I didn't see you come in down there. Hey, bud. Can
Finally wake up.
uh he had me send the link to his email and I didn't have his email programmed in my uh email, so I was having to copy and paste and everything. So maybe he got it now. I don't know why he didn't just click on it when I sent it to him in Messenger.
Have you got echo or is it just on me?
I don't hear echo at all.
Okay, it's just on me. I thought it was.
So how you doing?
I'm still alive. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Tell them no, it's just Bigfoot running through my kitchen.
No, that ain't Bigfoot. That's Big Butt. Oh. So,
I thought I'd keep you company till Jeff got here.
well, that's good. I'm glad you did because we couldn't get nobody else to jump in here like Hillary. I guess she's
Hey,
scared.
did you see what happened last night in chat?
No, I didn't.
Found out Hillary and I are distant kin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that one out.
Well, I'm glad that you found that you was kin to her. You cousin, how y'all related?
Hell, way back yonder somewhere. I don't. She knows. I don't know. Uh, our family
Jeff, I
came
did.
across from Germany.
Jeff, I did send it to you.
Yeah, she said her family name was Hinkle. And when she said I said, that's funny. That's what mine is. She got to looking and went back, found out that we're distant kin.
Okay. So y'all kin to the guy that shot Lincoln.
No, that was a different fella.
I was fixing to say that made sense.
I can't believe uh, that you didn't go camping out there with them.
Well, I didn't know they was doing it until after I done had this scheduled, so I couldn't.
Well, she promised she would not go out there by herself. And I know Brian's off Monday, so I know he went with her.
Yeah, that's a good thing. At least and I still may drive down there. I don't she told me asked me if I'd come down. I said I would. I just didn't know when.
I wish
And
I could come right now, but I got to go to Missouri the middle of the month and then again in the first week in October. So my trips are already scheduled for a while.
let me get a hold of Jeff again. Uh hey,
Hey,
you in
I got yours in my spam box, but I tried clicking on it and there's nothing to click on.
it should be in the subject line.
Oh, well, there's no subject line.
Okay. Go
It's
to
in
the
chat.
go to the chat online.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in there again. You click on it there.
All right.
All right.
For some reason, when you send it to me in Messenger, it won't link to my phone or my computer anymore.
Okay. Well, we'll do it this way. See if it works.
Normally, Jerry emails it to me. It always works. So I don't know why it's not working tonight.
Well, I didn't have you my email list, so it was hard for me to get everything set up there. But yeah, let me know when you're in the chat, and I'll post it again. Because Gary came on with it.
All right. I don't know what was going on, but I'll figure it out.
All right. Just say hi in the chat. He's gone. Oh, well, here we go. We having fun.
I'm going to try to make it down for Mark's Christmas dinner this year, if at all possible.
Oh, that'd be great. Because you get
Yeah,
to
come
enjoy
down.
some of that good food, and we get to see you.
They get to try to come down there camping for a few days.
Yeah. Oh. All right, Jeff. If you're in the chat, say hi, and I'll send the link. Hey, Ken. You ever gonna join us in our late night chats that we do sometimes?
No, not me. I can't stay up for the shows, let alone in chats.
Okay. Yeah, because a
They,
couple of times we went up to 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, this since my health turned last winter, I ain't been able to stay awake. I'm in bed at 9:30 every night.
I can't kick that part up. I slept till almost 12 o'clock today.
I slept in and I was up at 7.
Well, I was up at two.
Jeff's in chat.
Yeah, there he is. And paste. This. Oh. All right, let me do this because I guess copy, paste. There it is, Jeff. Come on in here.
They finally decided to wake up.
Well, we got Pat trying to come in here, but it says his device is not connected.
StreamYard's been messing up for everybody lately.
Hey there, Mr. Jeffrey.
Oh, Lord. Hold on a second. Hold on.
What's that? Oh, he had a phone call. Okay. I hope that wasn't his girlfriend telling him she needed him up there at the hospital.
Yeah, I know. I'm using that robot.
Patrick, need to try that again because it didn't work.
That robot hammered me.
Okay.
Trying to get Hillary to come on too.
Yeah, she says she's on her phone and can't do it, but I know better because I've done it from my phone a bunch of times.
Well, that's what I'm on phone.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tammy. Okay, Jeff. He said the dog's growing nuts. He'll be right back.
Hillary, don't give us that. We know better.
Oh. Well, anybody else that wants to jump on here, the link is in the chat. So y'all come on, hit the button. We'll talk with Gary, and if Jeff comes around, he will. There's Mr. Pat. Hey,
What's
bud.
up? What's up? How you doing, Gary?
There's that old man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know we're getting older.
Ain't we all?
Yeah, no shit.
He's fine.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right so
Yeah,
far.
Billy and Katie and their spouses went to that Bigfoot convention in Denton, North Carolina. You worry.
Yeah,
Today.
I heard that.
Yeah, I didn't get to go. They wanted me to go with them. I couldn't go.
And those camping at LBL?
No, this was in North Carolina. This was a conference.
Yeah, but I thought he was camping at LBL with Bud and them too.
Who? Me?
No. Billy. I mean, not
No,
Billy,
no.
but Flat Rock.
Oh yeah, Flat Rock's there. You had that baby Wendell, and you didn't tell nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
How you
That's-
been, Mr. Gary?
Glad I'm getting by.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you. It's hell getting old.
If I wake up every morning, I'm blessed.
No, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. What's wrong with the milkman? Can he get situated?
Well, he's got a situation going on with his girlfriend, and then he said his dogs was going crazy, and
No,
so
I hear
he.
you.
And then he said the link wasn't working the way I sent it, and I sent it to him in the email. He said the link wasn't there. So I had to put it in chat to get him to come on. So here we go, round and round.
Hillary, yeah. Ken told me Flat Rock made it there fine. Real good. Down to LBL. You had any activity, Gary?
Well, yes and no. They come by and check on me every once in a while. But right now they're staying down south at the Blue River because the guys got all the property around me leased out to deer hunters. And it's so active getting ready for deer hunting that the cryptids are staying down south for now.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, deer season's opening up in a lot of places this week. Next couple of weeks.
Well, they come in the other day. I guess they quit breeding again.
There's a milkman.
And
them dogs were losing their shit. I don't know what the hell the problem was. I went out on the porch and got to test out the tack light that I just installed on the shotgun.
I think it's the owner, don't you, Wendell?
Yeah, he just, you know how he is. He does things that ain't really a good idea sometimes.
I would say so. That's funny.
That was back in my wild days.
Was that pre zip line or after?
That might have actually been before. I think that was pre-zip line.
Oh man, I thought you'd love that little
That's
thing.
funny. How's your catfish sting?
Oh yeah, I got stung by a damn catfish today, and then I got then when we were leaving, before we were leaving, my girlfriend called and said that she'd take her mom to the hospital because she was having a stroke. And then my aunt, hold on. My neighbor's here getting his dog.
I got stuck in the hand one time and it numbed my arm. So they said take some of the slime off catfish's back and put on it. It'll stop it.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, man. You ever get stuck by a channel cat?
I got stuck on top of the foot by one, caused severe infection.
Yeah, man. They got some kind of toxin in their fin. That one that stuck me, man. I thought my arm was gonna fall off. Boy. Whew.
And my husband never did. I know. I got the, at least I don't tell her I thought.
I was trying to read this comment by Hillary to Tammy. The word that it disappeared on me there. Hey, Buster.
Wendell, she said the words Wendell and normal usually don't end up in the same sentence.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Maybe abnormal, but not normal. Hey, Haywood.
Is that Mr. Haywood?
Haywood, you want to join us? There is a link in the chat. We can't get Jeff to settle down long enough to do his part of the show.
We might get a word in. We might get a word in now.
Yeah, maybe.
Been putting up hay, Gary? Been putting up a lot of hay?
No, this year we had so much left from last year that he actually let somebody do it on the shares.
No, I hear you.
So, I mean, as it is, we still got 420 bales, which, unless we have a severely bad winter, would be plenty for us.
Yeah, that's round bales, correct?
Yeah, that's round 4x6 round bales.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of hurt me because it knocked me out of about 200 hours of work.
Oh, I hear you.
Easy work.
Yeah. That's tractor riding work there.
Yeah. Yeah, the physical labor I can't do anymore. Right now, all I can do is easier work.
I've been working on my little house up in West Virginia, trying to get closer to Hillary.
Yesterday,
You might get closer than you want.
Yeah, I know. That's like getting close to barbed wire, isn't it?
Holy shit.
What are you doing, Jeffrey?
Well, then my buddy came to pick up his dog. I didn't know he was here. He just pulled in after whatever happened out there they were freaking out about.
maybe that was barking at him.
No, he wasn't here yet. I was on the phone with him. He was still like 2 miles away.
Okay.
Nobody can pull in around here without me seeing them.
Okay. Yesterday, I was headed down to the Walmart, and fella come up passing me, blowing his horn. I didn't recognize who it was, but he recognized my car. It was Phil Smith, one of our guys in the club, our group.
Yeah, I think I've seen him in the chat before.
And then I got in the Walmart, and I was back there picking up some filters for their heating and air. And another guy seen my shirt and come over and asked me, did I believe in them? And I said, yeah. He said, well, can I tell you what happened to me? I said, sure. I'd love to hear it. And he said he was going up towards Rising Falling up there and Fort Payne. And he stopped up there on Highway 35 close to that waterfall that they got up there and was taking a leak. And he got to smelling something awful. It smelled like a wet dog and rotten eggs, he said. Then he heard something start moving towards him. Sounded like it was extremely heavy. He barely got through peeing before he got back in the truck and left. He didn't bother hanging around to see what it was.
Well, Mark Green told that story the other night when he was on with us about the guy that had the one coming over there while he was changing the tire.
I didn't hear that one.
He was going to club it over the head with tire iron until he figured out that it wasn't a person.
Okay.
I told him I would have just let him hold the front end up so I could finish changing the tire.
Really? He could probably hold the front end up and change the tire at the same time while you're running down the road.
But oh Lord, hold on.
Zippy just can't get settled in today.
I'm telling you, it's wild.
Where is that Lisa from? Alabama?
There's two Lisas. One is from Alabama, and the other one I'm not sure where she's from.
Yeah,
The one that was on the show today was from Alabama.
yeah. I've heard her before. I just couldn't remember her name.
Well, we have a Lisa that comes to Mark's fire pit. I'm not
Yeah.
sure of her last name, and then I'm not sure if this one that was on with Spencer was her or not because I couldn't see her face.
No, that's not the Lisa you're thinking of.
I wish she'd have bought that land in Heflin, like she said.
That's a different. The one on the show today, Wendell, was a different Lisa than the one that comes to the meet and
fire
greet.
pit. Yeah,
How much property was it?
she said it was like 100 acres or something like that,
Yeah,
and it was like $80,000. She
that's
kicked herself for
not
not
bad.
buying.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it was. Because I sold my 40 acres for 140,000.
Yeah, my friend sold his farm in West Virginia. It was 180 acres. He sold it for 250. But it's beautiful. That's no house on it though.
Well, I had a double wide trailer and one of those storage buildings that you buy from down on the side of the road. It was about 30 feet long.
Yeah. Well,
Y'all a lot cheaper than we are.
Well,
I got 6 acres right next to me here that just sold for 137,000, and that was a steal. I own 10 acres, and I wouldn't take less than 250 for it.
hey, local Sasquatch, hadn't seen you before. You're welcome to join us.
Yeah, now apparently my kid decided he's coming back down here to spend the night, so he'll be running around the other room.
Well,
It's been a wild day for some reason. Everything just keeps going.
yeah.
My aunt caught her back of her car on fire. We were leaving the family cabin today that we're selling because my grandmother she wants it gone, and she doesn't want to spend any more money on the place since my grandfather died. And now Hillary, she's gonna be in the hospital till tomorrow. At least.
how many acres is with the cabin?
There is no acreage, Pat. It's just it's a power company. The power company owns that whole section down along the river, and they lease it out to the cabins.
Yeah. I got you.
So if we don't sell it to somebody else, we have to tear it down if we're not going to keep it.
Right.
And then the counties, they oversee all the regulations and stuff, and it's just stupid stuff. It's a damn rental cabin. It's a weekend cabin. They're trying to make it like it's a freaking house or something.
Yeah, I got you.
It's not one of those deals where if you leave it, they take it back over, is it?
Yeah, basically they take it back over.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that from a couple of places that people were grandfathered in if they could live there until the last one died or they left.
If nobody in the family takes it over or someone else doesn't buy it from them, then we have to tear everything down. You can't leave nothing there.
Strike a match to it.
I mean, it's close enough to the river; it'd all just go off into it. But
Yeah.
pretty much,
I'll be
That's the
right
thing.
back. Hang on. Y'all go ahead and talk.
that's the thing that get. What the hell?
He had to go somewhere.
No, I'm just reading comments.
Oh.
But yeah, my aunt was coming out of there, and I was still down at the cabin, and she called me and said my car's smoking, and I'm like, oh Jesus! So I threw my kid in the truck and tore up the trail, and I didn't think I could drive that fast on that little goat path, but I got up there, and by the time I had gotten out to the main road where she was at, she had done put the fire out with whatever cans of soda she had in the back of the car. I had at least 2 or 3 fire extinguishers in the truck, but I didn't get to use them. She had a car battery hooked up to a winch, and she forgot to unhook it and had all this stuff piled in the back of her car.
Hey, Jim.
Hold on a second.
Gary, you going anywhere anytime soon?
No, I'm not. Well, I take it back. Yeah, I'm going to Missouri the middle of the month.
Are you? You going camping with Mary?
That's the first weekend of October.
Oh, okay.
Now the middle of September is the Crossing Realms Conference in Richmond, Missouri.
Oh, okay. How far are you from there? Hey, Augie.
Depending on how many times we stop, about 7 hours.
There's Pat right there.
Hi.
7
I don't
hours.
talk to you.
Yeah, you talked to Pat earlier today.
Yeah.
Doing all right?
Mm. Why do you have a shotgun there, Jeffrey?
Don't tell everybody what I'm doing.
Yeah. There's a shotgun there.
For whatever was outside.
Unifox.
I don't know what it was.
Oh, Joey was driving out the golf cart.
Hello.
That's Wendell.
I'm gonna give you a drink.
And that's Gary up in the corner.
What's his
Howdy,
name?
howdy.
This is Augie.
Hey, Augie. How you doing, bud?
Good.
Did you have a bath yet?
No.
I have to give
You
a-
gone Bigfooting yet?
No. My
Now,
dad got me a 10 and I'll bring it in.
now, don't bring it in here.
I'm showing you.
No, do not bring the tent in
Yes, I'm
here.
bringing it.
You're not going to fit it through the door. He's got a tent in the living room, and now he's trying to bring it in here. Leave it in there.
Takes after his dad, doesn't he?
Here, I'll just bring the computer so they can see it. Don't drag it through the damn. Oh Lord! I guess he's bringing it in here.
Well, at least all you have to do is turn the camera.
Hey, I gotta turn the camera around anyway because you can't bring it behind my thing.
Well,
Tearing up my hardwood and.
I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
jump out of here, man. I just wanted to say hello.
And my dad.
Okay,
has
Pat.
soda
Thanks
bear.
for joining
Yep.
us.
All
And my
right.
dad
See
soda
you
bear.
later.
Hey, Augie,
Hey, Pat.
Augie, do me a
See
favor.
you, Gary.
Take that back out and go turn the TV on.
I'm keeping it happy.
All right, well, go watch TV, please.
You have any ice cream?
I don't have any ice cream. Get one of your popsicles.
You got Jeff in here now, so I'm going to back out too, and Jeff can
Come
talk.
get a drink.
All right. Thank you,
Go
Gary.
get your
Come
popsicle.
get me a drink.
Okay, I'll be right back. Good Lord.
Be careful out there when you go camping. Well, now I'm by myself again. Oh, man. This has been a wild show tonight. Hey, Jim, I seen you jump in there, Buster. Hey, Don. Yeah, that's what I say. Everybody's left me again, so I'm just sitting here by myself. Uh, you back yet? Nope. Hey, Catherine. Oh. Okay, Squatch. We all smoke or drink or whatever we're doing. I don't care. I, uh, thank you, Buster. uh, yeah. I'm Hillary. You get off the phone yet?
All right. Good Lord.
All right. Well, let's start this off like we should have started. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, everybody in here pretty much knows me, but I'm Jeff, the milkman from Old Line Cryptids. And let's see. I had my first encounter in 07. First time I found out you could jump a hill with a tractor. Got into this stuff last year accidentally. Damn you, Spencer Jameson. And it was his fault. I never talked to anybody about it before, and hell, I didn't think he was going to get back to me that quick about it. And he called me the next day and said, "Hey, you want to come on the show?" And I was like, "Really? I didn't think my story was that important." But then we started.
Well, you got to tell us about the jumping the tractor, because other folks that watch this later may not know you.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Good Lord, mother. One moment, and then we'll be done with it.
Yeah, right. Oh. And then he got gone again. Here we go. We're going to try it one more time. If he'll turn.
And my mom keeps messaging me about my girlfriend's mother, so I gotta.
Well, I hope she gets better and everything works out for you.
Yeah.
Billy says you're like a farting windstorm.
Good Lord.
Okay, tell us about the tractor now.
All right, so the tractor night, we were fixing a deer stand, and it was after dark. I can't remember what time it was. It was October. It was was it 07 or 08? No, it was 08. I don't know why I keep thinking it was 07. October 08, and we got we got down there and started fixing this stand, and I'm holding the light. My buddy's sawing on it with a handsaw, and he starts working on this thing, and I'm holding the light. It takes a while to cut anything with a handsaw.
Yeah, I know. I know that for a fact.
And it was probably about the dullest handsaw you possibly could have had at the time. So it really wasn't that great of an implement. And we're working on this thing. And then probably about 100 yards to the left of us, this thing starts screaming down the bottom. And I'm like, what in the hell is that? And he's like, it's just some idiot messing with us. So I walk off over there and I start, challenging it, going, hey, you're trespassing, get the F out, and, things of that nature. And, it didn't get out. It got closer. At least I'm not sure if it was it or something else. And next thing I know, it's about 40 yards from me screaming. And when it did that completely changed the whole evening. And, you could just feel the volume of that thing to the point where you think you're standing in front of something. I'm just looking at the chat room while I'm doing this here.
That's what I'm doing too.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what Buster's talking about there. You the one that got out. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm standing there like, all right, now what? And it's just the amount of the volume that was coming off of this thing. And that was when, he stopped sawing and he goes, I think it's time for us to back out of here. What he really said was, I think we should back out slowly. Well, we start backing up, and that thing is still screaming, and we're slowly backing up. The next time it screamed, it felt like it was closer, but I still couldn't see it because that little bitty, well, I wouldn't say little bitty, the light beam it had was little bitty, but those old ever-ready flashlights, you couldn't see any further than about 10 feet with that stupid thing. And I'm still shining it around, and it screamed again, and I said, to hell with this. And well, that's not exactly what I said, but I threw the light and took off. And that light might still be up there somewhere. I never did go find it, even though I do still deer hunt up there. I took off tripping over shit, and I actually got to the field the same time he did, but he got down the hill from me. And I didn't even register that he was still out in the field. I jumped in the tractor, took off. He actually had to run next to me and jump on. I was getting the hell out of there. I wasn't staying. So, and he's cussing at me while he's climbing into the cab, wanting to know why the hell I was leaving him in the middle of the field. And I wasn't even talking to him. I was just grabbing gears going across there. And that was when I found out that a 4-wheel drive John Deere loader tractor will jump a hill if you get it going fast enough. In fact, if you've been looking across that field, you probably would have seen the lights come airborne over top of the hill. And
how big a brown streak did you leave behind it?
I don't think I had enough time to do that. There wasn't any time for that. I can tell you that much. Well, that was Maine Bear Camp last year.
I was going to ask you if it was any of the bears that you had at your house.
No, that's at the guide's cabin.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking for the ones you were showing in chat the other night, but I couldn't find them.
No, they're the ones that are over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's at my guide's cabin up in Maine. And actually, where that cabin is, Dogman of Palmyra is, that encounter is about an hour from there. I don't know if you've ever heard of that story.
No.
That was back in the early 2000s, I think. I have to go back and look, but there was a family that lived up there. They had just bought this new property, and the idiot wife told the husband that she didn't like the guns being in the house, so she made him put them on some lockbox and put them up in the barn. And that went over real well when the things showed up and surrounded the house, and they couldn't get to the damn guns because he had just messed his knee up a couple weeks before that. So he was still healing up from a workplace injury. So they basically got surrounded in the house overnight by the damn things. Yeah, I can tell you one thing. Somebody told me I need to keep my guns in a barn, they'd be getting a divorce real quick.
Yeah. So she's still messaging you, huh?
No, I'm just checking on my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, that night at Pops, I drove up to his house with the tractor after that happened, and we kind of, because his house was right next to the barn. Well, not the house next to the barn, but the next house. So I drove straight to his house, pulled in there sideways with the damn tractor, and got out and went running in there and slammed the door behind me. And he's sitting at the table and looks up and goes, "What the hell is wrong with you two?" And we started telling him what happened, and he was, "Well, you do remember those tracks I told you about, don't you?" And that was all he said about it. And he had actually found tracks. The tractor might have been smoking, Art. I don't remember. It's a possibility. But he had actually found tracks back in the 70s and had one of the local researchers out here. He come up and look at them. And I've tried to get that guy that used to research around here. I've tried to get him on the show.
Yeah.
You can't even he won't even talk to people about it anymore. Like, we've tried to get a hold of him. Jerry's tried several times, and he won't even talk Bigfoot anymore.
Huh.
I don't know if somebody got to him or what, but he was a very well-known guy on the subject in this state. They actually found one in the there was an encounter in the 1970s right back here in the state park behind me. Somebody hit one with a car going down by the state park. They had hair samples and chunks of meat, but supposedly the test came back as an Angus cow, because there's just Angus cows loose on that section of the road by the state park. Hell, there ain't even Angus cows anywhere near that part.
I'd like to know what happened that stopped him from talking too. So when did you get into cows and farming, milking and all that?
Oh, my great grandfather started that.
Okay. I was looking for pictures of you in that manure pit, but I couldn't find them.
I'll be right back. I got to move the tent out of his way. Good Lord.
He could bring it in there, but he couldn't take it back. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Art, he was talking about he was trying to save a deer in the manure pits, and I was trying to find a picture. I'm sure somebody took a picture if he got in that thing. Oh, yeah, this has been a crazy show. Yeah. Well, ain't nobody saying nothing interesting in chat either. Saying hello to everybody. Let's see. I was Bigfoot, Crossroads, and Squatch. The theory. A lot of people that heard my stories. Well, I'm local Squatch. I'm gonna have to get you on here sometime, and you can tell us your stories. Sorry, Jim, I hadn't been on your show lately saying hello in the mornings. Hello, Pine Knot. Glad you joined in with us. Jeff, he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And we just filling in time best we can. Howdy Doody has got more of a what do you call it? Program that they follow. Whereas we just fly by the seat of our pants, and sometimes you hit the ground. Yeah, I had to go move a tent that the little fella was able to bring in there to where he's at, but he couldn't get it back. So why he's got a tent in the house, I don't know. That's a good question for him when he comes back. Well, at least he ain't falling asleep tonight. He got too many things going on to do that, I reckon. Oh, Jeff pitched a tent in the office. Hopefully it's a camping tent and not the one that in his pants. It was a camping tent. Believe me, it was. It was. You need to watch tonight's Spencer's Woodwalkers today. He did mention something about that, Ken. He let out a secret. But I let you go watch that, and it's close to the end of the show, so you have to watch the whole thing to catch it. So why is there a tent in the house?
That was his idea. I almost took the damn TV out trying to break the tent poles down.
Oh, man.
but
That
he's
was interesting.
he's about half asleep now, so I think we're good.
All right, Pine Knot, you go ahead and wash whatever it is you got to wash.
He's pressure washing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy
Hey,
today.
Rex.
Seems like everything that happens with me always waits till like the afternoon or sometime, and then it all happens at the same time.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, there was that one guy, Bob Chance, he did a lot of research around here for years, and then he just kind of quit doing it.
I posted a video from that NVTV on the group page today. He got in there, and after the video he was showing, and got to talking about the proof of these things being real. That was an interesting commentary that he did on that. It makes you think he's right.
Now, what channel was that?
It was the NVTV. It was from a couple of years ago, but I had found it on while I was watching it on YouTube today, and so I went ahead and shared it on my Facebook group.
Huh.
So if y'all want to go look at that, I also shared the video of the Spencer's show on my page on Facebook too. The one where he talked about possible get together in the spring.
Was that today?
Yeah.
I watched part of it, but I was down at the river, so I didn't
Yeah.
really have
I
any service.
seen you in the chat and you disappeared later on in the thing he mentioned it. Now what are you eating?
Deer meat.
We're gonna have to
Wait a
get
minute.
together somehow where you can bring me some of that butter and cheese.
I know that's ground. I'm sorry, that's ground beef. That's not deer. Yeah, Ken, I've seen her too. I've got her email. I've been talking to her a little bit. I haven't heard back from her this week. She's actually she's in the next county over, maybe about an hour from me.
So what's Jerry doing today?
Jerry is what county, where the hell is he? He is pulling, hold on. Let me look. Said where he was. He is in Georgetown, Delaware.
That's an interesting place to be.
Yeah, video and tractor pulls. And he does a lot. His this time of year, his schedule's a little nuts.
Yeah, we got a couple of things going on around here making a little bit of noise in the background. So, plus,
Yeah, and for some reason, I gotta reach over here and turn this thing off. My vent fan for the kitchen is not supposed to be on, and for some reason, it is on.
Okay, bye again. That, yeah, Buster, I am a ghost.
This has just been a strange day.
Yeah. I didn't actually get out of the bed till after 12 o'clock today.
I knew it was going to be a weird day when I seen Greg wearing sleeveless shirt earlier.
Well, I've seen him wearing sleeveless shirts and no shirt too.
Well, I seen him a lot in no shirts, but that's usually when we're not on the line.
That's true. That's true.
Today he had that sleeveless on that looked like you could have seen that tan line from outer space.
I need to get me one of them vehicles like he got from up there at the police station where I put mine.
Hell, I'd love to have one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I wear sleeveless all the time, so I don't have that line there. But you take this shirt off, it looks like a beacon.
Yeah. I'm pretty well light skinned under there too.
I used to be real bad until I started wearing shorts all the time in the summer. Now my boot line from like the top of my boot down is about the only place you see white on my legs now. Everybody always makes fun of me when I'm not wearing socks because it looks like you can definitely tell where the light doesn't reach because I take my socks off and it's just like a white bottom half of my leg.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff, tell me you don't.
I do wear boots and shorts. Yes, Hillary, I wear boots and shorts.
Well, at least you're not wearing boots and a skirt. What chance? I didn't see it. Yeah, I got a little shadow in here.
That little fella.
Yeah, he's watching the screen.
Everybody's got a little fella this week.
Well, this is Nancy's son, and he comes in here when I get going on this.
How old is he?
He's a little over 2 now, I think. 3 in January. Yeah,
Hey,
but
Ken, I'm from the
all
White
kinds
Foot
of sound
tribe.
effects. I got dogs, phones, babies, all kinds of sound effects.
Well, it hasn't been any better here.
And yes, and I got grown-ups yabbering too. Oh, but so how many bears have you killed?
3.
3. I'd like to try some of that bear meat sometime.
I can try to bring some if I got any left when I come down there.
When are you coming down?
I don't know. I'm planning on trying to come down to Greg's this fall sometime. I don't know quite when yet. I'm trying to work that out.
Well, when you do, let me know because I want to come up and meet you and get some of that butter and cheese from you.
Well, it depends on how I'm traveling. I don't know if I can carry that on the plane with me, but
Well,
we might have to figure out a way to mail that shit down there. We haven't gotten to the point where we're mailing stuff yet, but that
Yeah.
could always be a possibility.
Well, if you drive down, you can get you one of those electric refrigerators to go in the car.
Well, if I end up meeting up somewhere with Pat and riding down together, I might do that. There's a lot of logistics involved in transporting that shit.
Well, we got Phyllis jumped in finally. Hello, Phyllis.
Yep. Hey, Phyllis. Yeah, we the last time I went let me back up a second. I was going to say the last couple times I've had anything happen as far as Bigfoot has been out. Well, I guess the last time was turkey season this year. I haven't had anything going on here at the farm since last year.
Okay.
I've probably told you about the gibberish I've heard over at that one place we go turkey hunting at. I can't remember if I have or not.
I've probably heard it on some of the other shows, but you
Well,
never said nothing on here.
2 times I've been to this place, and both times I've heard some weird stuff over there at night while I'm in that hammock. And everybody asks me why I still stay in a hammock. Well, it's a really long way to walk in there, and I ain't lugging that gigantic tent I have all the way into that place. That tent that Pat gave me, I think, weighs more than my pack frame with all of my stuff in it.
Okay.
But I think my entire hammock tent weighs like 2 pounds. It's not very heavy.
Yeah.
And, last year we went was when I found that track, which I probably showed you a while back. No, nothing real bad happened up there. Although I did find that track, sitting right on top of the ridge, looking down on top of the campsite. I don't really understand why everybody always says they feel like they're threatened or something, because that couple times I've been there, it just sounds like curiosity. I still haven't seen one. Hillary, I've told you this. I have not seen one. I just have.
I've not seen one head on. I seen I seen shadows.
Yeah,
that's what me and Gary seen down there at the last camp out, and one down at the bottom of the hill where Pat and Joe were camped at. And
Buster and Phyllis, I don't hit the ground running. I have to fall out of the hammock and then take off running.
Well, I can't do the long hike into the woods, so I stay in my car in camp.
Hillary, I saw what I think could have been one, but I always thought up until a few years ago that it was a ghost, but I never really did figure that one out. Although I'm pretty sure it wasn't a ghost now, because the height was just all wrong for that. Yeah, Gary, pretty much everything that happens to me is usually when I'm just at the camp. I'm never really doing everything that's ever happened. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied tonight. It's been a wild day, but everything that's ever happened, I've either been just hanging out at camp or in the woods or hunting, or working around the barn. I
Yeah.
never go out looking for anything, usually. Seems like the couple times I've had, nothing happens. It's always when I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
And it's when I'm
that's
not
what
running any of my damn equipment either.
we've come to the conclusion that you don't have to go out in the woods and hunt them. You just sit down and camp. They'll come to you.
Pretty sure I had one snatch a deer from one of my buddies last year.
Oh, cool.
That was the last thing that happened over here. That that I could say, yeah, that's probably what happened. I did find an X, but here recently, but I'm not 100% sure that it wasn't
Natural.
natural or from us running equipment back there, even though I didn't see any track marks or anything right there. It was actually a stick and a vine cross each other, but it looks like the stick could have just fell right there. So I'm not 100% sure.
Was the big end pointing up or down?
It was the whole branch, whatever part of that branch was one size.
Yeah.
And I don't 100% remember which end was facing which way.
That's one of the things I look at when I look at X's is which end is up, and if it came from right there where it's formed at, or if it could have fell out of a tree and got caught in there. Or...
Yeah, I didn't see anything that made me think that that's what that was, but most of the time when I see stuff like that, I usually think it was just from a lot of that's from natural, stuff. Now, when you wake up the next morning after you've heard something mimicking your buddy snoring, which was at that campsite where I found a track that, and you find an X right there in the same area where that noise came from the night before, and you know it wasn't there the night before because you were collecting wood right there.
Yeah, that would make a difference.
Yeah. Stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, that, I don't know. That definitely seems like something did that. Because I know that wasn't there the night before. Definitely was not there.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder.
Yeah,
But that track,
the one X that I found that I was sure something or someone had made, they had pushed over a pine tree about that big around and broke it in two places, put one half over a little sapling and the other one leaned up this way, and then it had been stepped on to break it to make it come up to an actual X. And the stump where the tree came from was on the opposite side from the X of another huge tree. So someone or something did that one for sure.
yeah, there's been stuff I've seen that I can't say definitively whether or not that was a Bigfoot. I don't try to be the guy that goes around, yep, that's a Sasquatch, that's a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Sasquatch over there.
Gary, I think that was a Saturday. Or it was a Friday or Saturday one. I'm not real sure. Because Mark was there, so that's the reason I'm thinking it was Saturday.
I will say that up there where we camp, the weird thing about that place, and we've only been up there turkey hunting, so we're in the springtime, and Strange thing about that place is it's where we camp is about 1.5 miles from the main road. And there's a bunch of little campsites in there. But every spring when we go turkey hunting out there, which we've only been going there 2 years, but you would think by now we would have seen somebody else camping there. 2 years in a row, no one has camped out there where we have been set up at. Not a single person. We'll be there for 4 days. There ain't nobody else camped there.
That's strange.
Everybody else camps in the sites by the road, like right on the road.
Makes you wonder why, huh?
Yeah. And I see people hike through there while we're hunting, but not a single damn person stays at any of those sites down there where we're at. We went in there last year, first time we'd ever been in there, and we cleaned out that spot and set up everything and arranged everything a certain way. We had built a little site. We had redone the fire pit, cleaned it out. We had took some rocks from the creek and built our own little separate spot to burn all of our trash and stuff, so we didn't have to carry anything out. And the other thing about that spot is it's that bend of the creek where we camp is called Hell's Hole.
Okay.
I don't know why they call it that, but it's got a doesn't have a bad feeling to it. I don't know why they call it that. But for whatever reason, we set everything up last year, came back, everything was exactly the way we had left that, including the firewood we had stacked up over next to it.
Good night, Buster. Y'all have a good weekend.
I'll come in.
I inspected all of that wood pile because I had pictures from the year before of the way the camp was when we left.
Yeah.
You can even see the saw marks on the wood from the same saw that we brought with us the year before because we brought it back.
Yeah.
It was just weird. I mean, even my buddies are like, it doesn't look like anybody's been in here since last year. I said, yeah, that looks like the wood we left here. And Sam grabbed his saw and he's looking at it going, that is the wood we left here.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
why in the hell is nobody doing that? Why is no one staying down here?
Does make you wonder.
Yeah, that's just that was weird. And then on top of hearing the noises and that night and finding the stuff across the trail, finding tracks,
Yeah.
and then finding that abandoned campsite at the bottom of the rock face that I don't know if somebody was hiding from the law out there or what, but it's at the bottom of a damn cliff. And it's like a little cave underneath of it.
Yeah.
Somebody left a damn, there's a bunch of like tools and rake and shovel and a fish trap and old mattress and lots of pans and solar light on this hanging off of this one tree limb that's growing out of the base of this rock face.
So it sounded like somebody homeless was living down there.
I guess, but there was also a notebook in there that we waded across the creek and got in there, which I don't know how they were getting in there unless they were walking through the water to get in there. But unless they were going in there when it was real low, but they had a notebook sitting there, and it only had 2 words written in it: rides, rides, and cigarettes.
Okay. So maybe they needed a ride to get some cigarettes.
that was the only 2 things that were written in that book. But it was all that stuff was still in there this year. Art, maybe he had to steal a car to go get some cigarettes. I don't know.
Maybe.
Get out, Jonathan. Get.
But the whole thing was just strange. I was like, at first we seen the mattress and the sleeping bag that was in there, and we're like, we're almost thinking that there's somebody like dead in it or something because of the way the bag was arranged.
Yeah.
So we kind of eased on across the creek, and we didn't have our shotguns on us at that time. We had them stashed in the hammocks back at the camp. We figured
That
no one
was
was
a good idea.
we were fishing, so we're not supposed to be toting the shotguns around while we're fishing. And
Well, I'm just saying leaving them in a hammock.
we had trigger locks on them, so nobody was going to do anything with them.
You know, there's ways around them, don't you?
Well, nobody's carrying a grinder in the middle of the woods, so you ain't getting that damn cable lock out of that sucker. But we were only about 50 yards from the camp, so we could see the damn camp. And a couple of us, we weren't technically supposed to be carrying pistols, but a couple of us were. And we slipped on in there and took one of them shovels and raised the bag up, make sure there wasn't nobody in it. But the whole thing was just weird. Then we went back to camp and sat next to the shotguns for a while. So, thought it was kind of odd that people were leaving unattended camping gear, which didn't look like it'd been there that long.
That was what I was fixing to ask. Did it look like it'd been there a long time?
All I can say is the mattress. There was like the way everything was in there, that there was an old like a little ledge that you could sit on, and it was big enough that you could put that mattress on.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody was using that as a bed, and they had the mattress on top. And the mattress, I'm guessing it had been a little while because that mattress was actually flat.
So it was the one of them inflatable mattresses.
Yeah, it was an inflatable mattress.
Okay.
And all I can think is maybe either something poked a hole in it, or it just been there for a while and got too
Leaked out.
Yeah, like it got dry rotted or something. So there's something on my computer keyboard here that's bugging me. Yeah, that was weird, and I figured, with I guess the creek wasn't flooding high enough to reach where that mattress was.
Right.
There's nothing on that little rock ledge was ever getting washed off, and all that stuff was still here, still there this year when we went. But you could tell that some of the tools that were up there were getting when the water would rise, it would push them back into the cave because they'd be like wedged up underneath of something.
Well, if it was moving water, it would have washed it away from there, not just
Well,
up
you would
under it.
think so, but everything, and it's literally right there. If the creek rises a couple feet, it's up in that thing. And all like the shovels and everything like that is all still there.
And like I say, if it's the creek's getting up there enough to move a shovel or something like that, it's going to wash it out of that place more likely.
Well, every time we've looked at it, I mean, we've only been there twice, but
Yeah.
everything is still there. Now this year I did notice that it looked like when the water came up that it had wedged the rake like in between the floor and the roof. But the shovels and stuff, everything was still there. Nothing was missing that I could find. Even the damn fish trap was still in there.
Hey, Leanne.
The whole area just seems weird to me. And I don't have any pictures of it. I gotta ask one of my buddies if he still has it, but I think they took some. They found up on that ridge line a stump with rocks stacked around it.
Okay.
Looked like it'd been there for a long time, but where it is, it doesn't make sense that it would have been a person, because I don't know what hunter, because that's about the only person that would be back in an area like that. A hiker, there's no hiking trails over where they found this at. And I mean, it's some rough country. You ain't just going to be some random person off gallivanting through the woods and wander up into where they found that at. But we've heard the snoring, which is what not this year but the year before we encountered. And yeah, Art, the other weird thing about that place was there was a tree growing out, and they had, party lights hanging off of it with a solar battery hookup. And they had nails drove into the tree limb and had their utensils hanging out there. That was another weird thing about that, which I still can't figure out. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
And it pretty much everything was exactly the same this year. I'm surprised that the water hasn't gotten high enough to wash any of that stuff out of that cave, because I can see the water line where it's been up in the cave.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's literally right there. It's like a little mini beach. I mean, you walk 20 feet out in front of that thing and you're in the water. It's just odd. And
Yeah. I've never run across no abandoned campsites yet, like Greg and them did up there.
That's the only abandoned campsite I have ever seen. I've never found any shredded tents or anything like that. But
down here where we camp at, we're with Mark and everybody. Mark found a tent down there that everybody had their wallet and IDs and all that stuff in it. And it stayed there for like a month before the park rangers cleared it out.
I'm surprised the park rangers haven't cleared this out.
They may not have been in there yet.
I can't imagine that we're the only ones that have seen it, because anybody that would go down fishing that creek would have come right past that son of a bitch. There's no way you can miss it.
Well, never know. That's one of those mysteries in the woods.
Oh, good. They finally got her up into a room.
Verax wants to know if you suspect feral people, homeless people, meth heads, or campers.
Well, I always suspect meth heads. I don't ever discount a meth head no matter where I'm at, but I'm thinking there. I'm thinking there maybe it could have been I'm thinking there was a homeless person. And then maybe he ended up either getting in trouble with the law or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't think he got taken, but then again, he could have gotten scared off by whatever was out there that I've found.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I was sleeping in a cave and I started hearing something mumbling outside of the cave in the middle of the night, I probably wouldn't live there after
Yeah.
that. But then again, I was sleeping with two other guys that were as equally armed as I was. So, and I've never gotten a weird feeling there anyway. So it's,
Yeah, I know.
nothing has scared me. Even the time I got screamed at, I mean, it freaked me out. But I've only ever really, I mean, I felt like one was looking at me one time that wasn't too happy, but I said in my head, I was like, no, I don't think we're going to do that today. And I'm pretty sure they know what the hell a rifle is because when I set it up on the railing, whatever was there disappeared.
Yeah.
They know what a gun is. Now, there's one time that I was armed. But I don't think it was I don't think it was a booger. Pretty sure that was a dog man. That was in West Virginia, and I will never go back to that mountain again.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, we were turkey hunting. That was the first year we ever I think it was back around 22. First time we ever did a turkey hunt. We decided the three of us were gonna start doing an annual turkey hunt, and took me 3 years to even get a shot at a turkey on the trip, and the damn thing busted me this year before I could pull on him. And anyway, we were in West Virginia on the border. It's in the Monongahela. It's between Randolph and Tucker. You park into one county and walk into the other county, basically. And it was a little further in there. It was actually harder to get in there. Yeah, Kathy, I'm heard of methods.
Well, maybe you should stop going turkey hunting since that's where you have all your
Well,
experience.
yeah. The thing is, the first turkey hunt was the only one that concerned me. The last two were just kind of curious. But that first turkey hunt, I'm pretty sure that wasn't a booger. And because I've never got that feeling being around one of them before. This thing, whatever it was, we were turkey hunting and going up into this. I was by myself. The other two were group hunting their way up onto the ridge. And I don't really like to climb up shit like they do. So I kind of go hunt the easier spots a lot of times. But we're far enough back there that I could poke around and find a decent place to set up on one. And it was getting real thick, and I was trying to climb up to this little plateau where there was a pretty decent area. We were seeing a lot of signs. And the closer I got to this one area, I just didn't want to walk any further. It just, it was one of those weird things where you get around a spot and you're heading towards, like a blind spot or a choke point, something that looks like where you could be ambushed.
Yeah.
And I had to, the way I was going to have to go around this one rock. It was kind of tight, and then there was like more rocks up above it. And the closer I got to that spot, and there was real thick laurel right there too, on above it. Closer and closer I got, I'm just like, that does not look like a place I need to be going. And the closer I got, the harder it got for me to move. And then finally I just stopped. And I couldn't even make myself walk any farther.
I've heard that from several people.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, the hairs on the back of my neck started standing up. And I was like, oh. And that's when
Creepy feels.
that's when the creepy feels and, my pleasant demeanor, all that went to straight business. And next thing you know, I'm flipping the safety off on the shotgun and I'm reaching down and unstrapping that Smith & Wesson that's hanging off of my hip. And I started easing backwards. I didn't take my eyes off of that damn boulder either, I can tell you that much.
So you about tuned in on where it was actually at.
Yeah, one eye was looking right there, and my other eye was kind of trying to look at my peripheral to see if there was anything else that was wanting to come at me. But I learned a long time ago, you think something's looking at you, don't look away from the damn thing.
Yeah.
I don't turn to run, even though there's sometimes that I probably should have. But the only other time I ever did that was a damn bull bearing down on me, and my ass got over that fence before he got to it. But that whatever that was, and it still messes with me even talking about it to this day, because I probably backed up for at least 100 yards before I even started thinking about turning around and go back down the hill. Now, it was pretty open on that hillside where I was at. So after I backed up about that distance, I figured, all right, it's a good time for me to turn around. I'll be able to look over my shoulder now and see if something's coming. But I didn't waste too long getting back to the camp. And I started fortifying the position. Definitely went and got more firewood.
Yeah.
Went and got all of our weapons and had them set out. And when it was starting to rain too, so we brought a bunch of tarps. So I had strung up all those pieces, all that paracord we brought with us, and I had strung up all the tarps. And it looked like a damn encampment when those boys got back. They didn't realize I was that good at constructing things.
Well,
they thought they were lost when they come down the hill and they seen all the tarps. They thought they walked into a hobo encampment. Finally, they seen me walk out from underneath I'd made a damn awning.
Well, I've only had that creepy feel one time. I was over here in the Talladega National Forest, and I was going to check out another campsite. It was a big oak campsite, and I pulled in there, and I got the feeling I should not be there, and I turned around and left. I didn't even take time to really look at the campground real close, and I finally went back a few months later. Everything felt fine. I got to look around the campsite. They had one of the pit toilets, and there's some folks that was actually camping there. that looked like they was trying to live there. So I don't know what caused me to feel that way that first time, but it was scary.
Yeah, I made sure all of our stuff was loaded up, and I slept every night in that hammock with that 38 in my lap and the shotgun leaning right up against the tent. Well, the hammock, I couldn't trust that Chinese hammock to fit the shotgun in because I barely fit in it. But, whew, that was the night that I got stuck in the hammock and had to get my friends to get me out of it.
I bet that was something to see.
Yeah.
They should have videotaped that.
Yeah. There was a lot of cussing going on that night. I mean, every once in a while we were sitting up we stayed up till midnight, and every so often I'd turn my light on and scan that hillside just to see if there was something up there. I didn't have to worry about the creek because the creek was right behind us. So I didn't have to worry about anything coming in behind us.
Well, not really.
Well, it made me, let's just say it made me feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you notice it seems like every time we ever set up a campsite, it's right next to a creek. We always got that water behind us.
Well, that's good. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. And it makes it easier to go refill your water bladders too when you're filtering water.
Yeah.
But yeah, every so often I'd light up that hillside with the light. That was back before I bought a thermal, and now I don't even need to turn the light on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a weird weekend, and my buddy actually had rocks thrown at him while we were fishing the one night. We had left him down at the creek and gone back to the camp to start cooking our meals for the evening because we weren't catching any damn fish, so peak refuel it was.
Yeah.
Had to go fire up the burners, and we were starting the fire, and we were all carrying pistols that weekend because West Virginia doesn't give a shit about what you do. You could probably walk into you pass people on the trail down there, and they're just, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
And he come back to us, and he's looking behind us, looking at us, looking back down the trail. He's got his 9mm in one hand and his fishing rod in the other, and he never walks around with it out. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, did you see something? And he goes, you guys weren't just down there, were you? I was like, no. He's like, where's Sam? I'm like, he's over there collecting wood. And he's like, looking down, he sees him. He goes, I just come back up here because something was throwing rocks out in the creek. I'm like, rocks in the creek? And he was the same guy that was sawing on that log the night we got screamed at. And he's looking at me, and he's like, bears don't have hands.
No.
And I'm looking at him, I'm like, yeah, and they don't scream at you when you're working on a deer stand either. And he goes, all right, let's get this fire started. And none of us probably went to bed till about 1 a.m. every night. We all stayed up late there.
Yeah.
And none of us smoked. I wasn't really into the cigars back then, but we all chewed tobacco. So, everybody was passing tins of dip around all night, sitting there
Well, you
watching.
could have spit some bitch in that thing's eye.
Yeah. I was going to pull a Hank Jr. if it went sideways.
There you go. Was the creek making a lot of noise, or was it kind of quiet?
That creek was extremely loud.
So you didn't hear it? Could have had stuff there, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't have heard it.
The way we were sitting down in that valley, you wouldn't have heard it now, which is because it's kind of like a narrow valley. It's not real wide.
Yeah.
Like where we camp in Western Maryland, it's more of like a big bowl.
Yeah.
And it comes down to the creek. It's real wide open, so the sound isn't, real. It's not real loud right there when you're camped next to the creek.
Yeah.
But West Virginia, you couldn't have heard anything. It was so damn noisy. And we were talking about that when we were at the other place. Probably a good thing it was noisy, because we might have heard some stuff that the one guy that was with us, he would have tried to go out of there in the middle of the night and probably broke his damn ankle somewhere on the trail.
Yeah.
Josh and I would have just built that fire up and sat there all night long till daylight.
I just had to let the dog out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I told him. I told him, I said, you do realize Sam's going to try to get us killed. He's like, well, he can fend for himself. We'll stay here. He's like, I ain't running out of here in the dark. He's like, we got fire, we got guns. Why the hell we leave the damn safety of the camp?
Yeah. Well, sometimes that ain't getting out is a better idea.
Well, when you're a mile and a half from the truck and it's the middle of the night, running's really not a good idea.
Well, I didn't say run. I did say leave.
Leaving might not be a good option either.
Yeah, that's true. You never know which way is the best way to go with things like that.
Now, I will say, if we were next to the truck, that would be a different story.
Yeah. That's why I stay in my car when I'm camping. So if I have to go, I just hit the switch and gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Art. Caressing Betsy.
I don't know what a mossy guy is, Art.
I'm not sure either.
Well, I've been here almost 2 hours. You only been
Have you
here
really?
an hour and a half.
I didn't even realize. We're gonna have to come back and do this again when I don't have a crazy night. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what we could. Today's just been, I don't know. It's been a weird day.
Okay, Art. I figured it out. Yeah, I mosey along. I don't get no hurry.
I felt like I was running a marathon today with all the crazy stuff was happening to me. My aunt catching her car on fire, all the other stuff. Girlfriend's mom in the hospital.
Dang, Jeff.
Yeah, she had too much stuff shoved in the back of her car, and she never took the damn clamps off of the. She had like a battery-powered winch in there. Art, that should be here in the next couple months. We might be able to do a beards and boogers by September. Once it gets around after October is when the shows when the pulling stuff slacks off, starts to, and so hopefully we'll be able to do some more extra stuff here soon. Maybe even get him in here one night on the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sorry that things didn't pan out like they were supposed to.
Well, that's life, man. That's life. Like I told you earlier, if you got to come,
Yeah.
something comes up that you have to leave, we'll put it into it right then. That's fine.
And
Understand.
yeah, I know. I felt bad because I'm like, man, I wonder if I should just tell him we can't do it tonight, because I literally didn't find out until 6 o'clock. So it was like,
Yeah.
and then everybody's calling me and all this stuff, and
Well, that's fine. Like I say, I understand how it is with life. It don't go the way you want it to all the time, or most of the time.
yeah, I want to get out and go do some poking around here soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start trying to do some camping since it's getting cooler. Get some of the bugs away and stuff.
Yeah. I'm hoping that when Mark Green gets here, we should be able to go and poke around. I'll take him around a couple of these places around here, and he's gonna go to Gettysburg while he's here. So
Yeah. I think he said he was in Augusta, Georgia a while ago when he jumped in the chat.
yeah, I don't know what. I remember he said he was going to Georgia this weekend.
Yeah.
When he comes up here, he's gonna leave on like early on like Monday morning. Is gonna be like the 6th of October, and they're gonna drive up. Probably stay here for till at least Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning. Then they're gonna head. I think they're just gonna rent a hotel room instead of bringing the camper, because they're gonna go up to Spencer and see him and Billy too, I think. And I think they're just gonna probably get a hotel here, because there's some hotels about 20 minutes from me. There's one that's closer, but I'm not 100% sure that I would camp at that I would hang out at that place. It's kind of rough. It's got to be rough if I don't want to stay in it. I don't need to, though. My house is right here.
Yeah.
But
well, that's like when we had the conference up here in Anniston this past year. It's 11 minutes from my house to where they was having it, but I was camping an hour away.
uh-huh. Yeah, it's the hell is that?
Yeah, it was, Catherine. It was nice of Gary and Patrick to jump in here.
Yeah, those are two great dudes. I talk to Patrick every day.
I love them and Billy and, well, everybody really.
I almost thought you had some sort of screaming going on in the background. I realized it was a kid.
Yeah, he's in there screaming now. I don't know if you can hear him or not.
Thanks, Catherine. It's been a rough day. We're selling the family cabin this week, and we're trying to get stuff out of there too. And we're trying to get what we want and just leave the rest. And my damn aunt's trying to take everything and ain't nailed down to the damn place. Man, my dogs are quiet tonight now compared to that.
Well, they lay on the bed until they go to barking, and I happen to have the door open right now from where I let the other one out, and he came back in. I had to get back up and shut the door.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get a chance to ride up to Gettysburg together while they're here if I got time.
Yeah.
I really want to go back up there and go camping this fall. I tell you,
Is there anything around Lynchburg?
huh?
Is there anything around Lynchburg?
Lynchburg.
Yeah, Virginia.
I can't remember the last time I was up in that section of Virginia.
According to some Civil War records, one of my great uncles is supposed to be buried up there.
Hmm.
He died from typhoid during the Civil War.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, the reason I like going up around Gettysburg is I live like an hour and a half from that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one advantage of living where I live is I'm an hour and a half from there.
You had a bunch of Civil War stuff going on around your place, didn't you?
I know there was probably some skirmishes up here on the PA line. I'm not 100% sure.
You need to go get you a metal detector and go out there and search your cow pasture and see if you can find any musket balls or anything.
I'm not real sure about right here, but I think there's probably if I get closer up to the line, I might find something. There's probably some stuff out there in Western Maryland. I'm sure there could be some. I know that there's probably a bunch of airheads down along the river because that used to be the Susquehannock tribe down there. So it's hard to say what we've got. I mean,
Well, that'd be good to go find them too. Might find you some of them big spear points or something. It'd be worth some money.
yeah. I know a guy that he's had some Bigfoot encounters over in the neighboring county. And one night I'm going to try to get his ass on here. He's always working, so I never can get a hold of him because he fixes dairy equipment. So God knows what time he's not working. He's probably working on a milk pump or something right now that somebody broke tonight and needs it at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, but he does he loves going out and looking for airheads.
How many old house places are on your property?
On this property, none. On my cousin's next door, there's an old barn, and there's an old slave quarters from back in whatever year that was. And there's an old well up there that if you go drop a rock in it, it takes a while before you hear it hit the bottom.
Yeah.
It's hard to say what kind of stuff is up there. I'm trying to think of where else. There ain't too many places around here anymore where there's like what I would say like you're talking like old houses, right?
Yes, 16, 17, 1800.
Yeah, there's a few. This house was built in, I think, 1890. And I think the original house up at my grandparents', well, where my parents live now, I think that house was built around the same time, but it burnt down in the 50s and they had to rebuild it.
Yeah. Back then a lot of folks didn't put money in the banks. They buried it in the
Yeah.
backwoods.
Well,
Now send you a few jars of money out there.
yeah, it looks like I've found the remnants of what looks like some old still sites
Yeah.
back in the woods, and my grandfather did confirm that there were some guys that used to run it around this area. And
Yeah.
who knows if he didn't, they weren't scratching each other's backs and they didn't have the damn thing set up right here out back of the milking barn somewhere in them woods. But he said that was a big thing back when he was my age. A lot of people were running it then.
Yeah. My stepfather, and he had some kin folks that was doing it. And he actually drove for one of them, and we knew, but he knew a bunch of the ones that was in Georgia. That Fat Hardy that run a big batch with through Radiator and made a bunch of people go blind and die, and it was like 300 people got sick off of it one way or another.
There was a whole family of shiners. They were all brothers, and the way they kept everything going was they never went to jail at the same time. So they would take turns going to jail, and then while one was in jail, the other ones would be making it, and then that one would trade and he'd go into jail, and the other ones would still be making it. They were making it in a damn old you know how they used to put silage in the old upright silos? Some farmers still do it, but they'd put the corn silage in those upright silos, and those old silos, a lot of times when that feed would go bad, it would catch fire and it would just sit there and smoke, but it would never leave the silage trench. You'd just see it smoking.
Yeah.
It would never catch anything around it on fire. And well, this old silo was out by the main road, and he was making moonshine in that sucker for probably a few years. Nobody ever realized that there was a still in there. They just probably thought it was the old feed smoking.
Art, you said NASCAR cometh. Yeah, my stepfather, he knew Junior Johnson and quite a few of them others that went into NASCAR from his days of moonshining.
And there's old iron ore pits back here too.
Yeah.
Where they used to mine the iron ore out of the ground. And you can tell that's where one of them old pits was, because nothing will really grow inside of that ring of where the pit was. Trees don't really grow up well in it. About the only thing that grows in there is ferns. That's the only thing that grows in there.
Yeah.
You ever seen iron ore pits down there where you live?
No, but they are several places that was iron mines around down here in close to Anniston.
Yeah, there's several around here, and we're real close to a bunch of old slate quarries.
And there's several mica mines over in Cleveland County over there, close to down towards Delta, down in that area.
Yeah, I've got some friends that own several of the old slate quarries. We go fishing there all the time. Man, that one quarry has got some of the biggest. It's got some of the biggest fish I've ever seen in it.
Dang. Makes you wonder how they get in them quarries, don't it?
I don't know if they stocked them. I have to ask them. I mean, there's bluegills in there that we call them frying pans. That's how big they are.
I've caught a few of them over the years.
I mean, it literally looks like you're hooking a plate with fins.
Yeah. There's a place over in Georgia. They were getting ready to dam it up and make a lake. And I was walking through the woods to get to where the water had already backed up to. And there's a little old stream going down through there. It wasn't over ankle deep anywhere except for where it went under one of these rocks. And I was coming back from down there fishing, and I still had a little worm on my hook. I decided I'd just cast it in there and see what was under there. I figured I'd catch one of those little minnows or something. And I pulled out the biggest doggone brim that I had ever caught at that point out from under that rock.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, those panfish, you get them in the right setting, they will get big.
Yeah. Ken, we need to go over to Alabama Gold Camp sometime and try our luck together.
And I have had some weird. That quarry, actually, we saw something weird one night down in there, eye shine, when we were coming out.
Yeah.
And it was like down in the drop off at the bottom of one of these little cliffs. And we weren't close enough to tell what it was, but it's actually red eye shine.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was hanging off the side of the cliff. That was the weird thing.
Well,
there's
it was
a lot
probably
of old.
climbing up or down one.
Huh?
It was probably climbing up or down at one.
Yeah. And there's a lot of like little like rock faces and stuff up in there. There's a lot of slate and stuff that they used to mine up in that one spot. And it's where this was actually right on the bottom side of the old fire tower. And there used to be a fire tower back there on top of that ridge. And whatever it was looked like it was climbing up the side of that drop off. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And we started moving faster. Everybody was looking behind us with the light, and they're like, keep moving. I'm like, what? And they shined the light back down there so I can see. I'm like, oh, yeah. Might want to speed it up a notch. There was like 8 of us, and it was all dark. We were walking. Only one of us had a shotgun. And it wasn't me.
Okay. Hey, River. Good to see you, bud. Glad they didn't have no boots on them at Crocodiles.
I wouldn't mind getting me some crocodile boots.
Yeah. Ken, you said yes to going to Alabama Gold Camp. I've heard stories about 3 white chimps playing in the creek down there, and another guy had rocks thrown at him down there in the creek. So we might find a little gold and have a little excitement too.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. The gold down at Alabama Gold Camp, it ain't very big, and it's pretty sparsely scattered out, but it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, let me ask you this, Wendell. How much gold have you found?
I guess I've totaled probably maybe 2 grams. I ain't never found a lot, but every time I've went out, I've at least found a flake or 2.
So you haven't made any money yet?
No. And as far as my metal detecting, all I found was a bunch of old rusty car parts and stuff except for when they did that coin shoot down there at Alabama Gold Camp, and I found, I think it was $2 and something and change that they had put out there for you to find.
Sounds like you need to start looking at other places.
Well, that weekend was down there. Somebody found a silver dollar that they had put out in one of the previous coin shoots and missed. And another guy found a cannonball.
Really?
Yeah. So there is stuff there to be found.
That is interesting.
Yeah. That I think they got 200 acres down there at the Alabama Gold Camp. They have a few cabins that you can rent. You can tent camp. They have some high bankers you can rent, or you can rent a dredge. But I've got to the point where I really can't do a lot of the gold prospecting stuff no more because I can't stand up long and all that. Kind of the reason I went into the Bigfoot thing. And like I say, I stay in camp and camp in my car, so because I don't do no walking in the woods.
Sounds like you need to go to Australia. Sounds like there's a bunch of gold there.
Yes, I would love to go to Australia. I've watched several shows from over there where they're just kind of scraping the ground and then going over it with metal detectors, or they go in there with a metal detector and wait a minute. If we could get into Hog Mountain, hey, they're reopening Hog Mountain from what I heard.
Is Hog Mountain a good spot?
It was a highly productive mine back years ago when all the gold rush was going on here in Alabama, and it kind of thinned out and people closed it down for some reason. And
probably boogers throwing gold chunks at people.
But I seen a thing in on one of the Facebook pages where they're going to reopen that mine.
Well, that's how River's making his money. He's going down there panning for gold now. He gonna start having them gold teeth.
You see that? He says he knows some good spots down there.
Don't give up all your secrets, River.
If you find a good sized chunk, send me one of them.
It might get flagged by customs before it gets here. He's gonna have to hide it inside of something.
Well, you put it in a box and just send it in the box. Maybe it'll slide through.
Yeah, one night we're gonna have to come back on here so I can actually talk when there's not much craziness going on.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd like to get you and Jerry both on here, and then we have a 3-way conversation, make everything a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I'm just thrown off tonight. I made my way through it, but it's been one of them days. Brain's going 100 miles an hour. I'm all tongue tied.
We don't need no zip lines around Jeff.
Yeah, zip lines, naked boat riding. And And that was in the middle of winter. Rivers fighting kangaroos for bars of gold.
Yeah, probably. There's some places I would love to go and see about finding some gold stashes. But I couldn't get through the woods no more to do that stuff. So
I'd like to know how River, do you usually get the kangaroos out of the yard without fighting them? Oh,
I think he's had, I don't know how many of them he's eat.
I know. I'm kind of wanting to try one.
I had some kangaroo jerky that I bought from a place down here a while back, which I don't know how. It wasn't real good.
I think if any of them ever got loose around here, you'd probably have to shoot them because nobody knew how to catch a damn thing.
Yeah.
Unless they tranquilize it.
All right. Well, you're getting sleepy, and we've been on here for 2.5 hours. So
I can't believe we've even been on here this long.
yeah,
Well, you have. I haven't.
yeah. You're 30 minutes behind me, but that's okay.
Ugh. Feels like longer.
Well, like I say you're getting sleepy, so we'll let you go take a nap and get everything else settled down. Maybe with
You
your
might hear
girlfriend
from me
and
later
everything.
after I get my second wind.
Yeah. Well, maybe we might be doing one of them chats later on. So who knows?
Who knows?
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
one night I'll have to come in here when it's not crazy. I love how all that stuff happens last minute.
well, I want to thank everybody that came in the chat and participated. I hope y'all hit the like button, subscribed, and shared, and all that good stuff. I've enjoyed having you on, and thanks for Pat and
Yep. Always good to be there.
filling in for you for a while. And
Yeah, he's pretty good, old boy.
yeah, I love old Gary and Billy and Gary,
Yeah.
Patrick. They and Flat Rock.
Oh yeah. Flat Rock.
That is a story in itself.
I'm guessing you're talking about what happened to us the other night.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if they got that film back from whoever they sent it to.
I think Reinhardt was supposed to look at it, and then maybe MK Davis was going to check it out. I don't know. I will say I got to go back and look at it because I got to rewatch some stuff because there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. I've watched it, I don't know how many times. I thought I seen something over the top of the truck, but they said that was just a reflection from the
I
light.
think it was a reflection from the trailer.
Yeah.
His mom's trailer's right there.
Yeah. He said it was a reflection of a light on the side of the trailer is what it was. And I never did see that arm that Roger seen, but
I got to go back and look. I think I saw it, but I got to go back and see exactly where. Even Greg said he thought he seen one.
yeah. Well, maybe my eyes just won't focus in on it for some reason.
I don't know. Hillary, they haven't let it out yet.
They hadn't even got it back from anybody trying to get it stabilized and everything.
But
So it may not ever come out.
anybody that sees it will, I'm sure it'll be at some point. Anybody that sees that footage will automatically see what is very noticeable.
But I was looking at it poking its head around the corner, but you couldn't I couldn't see nothing as far as on the other side of the tree or anything myself,
Neither could I.
which I thought that was strange.
But there's something there.
Yes, definitely something there.
There's something.
What
Yeah,
it was, I got no clue.
Ken said it will definitely be out.
Okay, good. But yeah,
Props to you, Ken, for filming that through your damn phone. I don't know how you did that because I can't even figure out how to do that.
I think I've got it figured out. If you got if you got an Android, not an iPhone,
Yeah, I've got an Android.
you can do it.
Oh. Well, I'll have to get him to show me how to do that because I have no clue how that works.
Yeah, I tried doing a little bit of it and posted it on the chat. So yeah, I about figured out how to do it. Takes a little more practice, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna turn her over for the night.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your Memorial Day weekend. And everybody in chat, have a good weekend. And we'll do this again as soon as I can find somebody else. Come on.
Well, maybe next time I'll actually be able to be on time. We won't have it.
That'll be great. All right. Good night, everybody.
This is the first podcast I've ever been late to.
All right. Well, you go ahead and jump out, and I'll end the stream, and we'll get all this stuff worked out.
Good night, everybody.